Meanwhile, a 24-hour curfew has been declared in Kano State following the judgment of the Election Petitions Tribunal sacking the state governor Abba Yusuf. Commissioner of Police Mohammed Hussein Gumel, in a statement he personally signed, said a combined team of security operatives have been dispatched across the city to enforce the curfew. Residents were seen scampering and running to close their shops and business places for fear of attacks by hoodlums. The state witnessed several lootings, vandalization and arson in March after Governor Yusuf was declared winner of the elections. To touch on a few grey areas that has been on the lips of many, we are joined by legal practitioner Raymond Nkanebe. Raymond, good to see you. Thanks for giving us your time. We seem to be going back to when the court determines who will hold an elective position because politicians are desperate to win by all means, or sometimes because INEC failed to do or to carry out its duties adequately. How do you feel about the situation where the decision of who leads the people lies in the hands of the court as against the people?
Yeah, thanks very much for having me, Felicity. Yeah, so the issue you raised is actually a very serious one within the context of our democracy. You know, they used to say that in democracy, the ballot, the beauty of democracy is the sanctity of the ballot. That is the ability for the citizens to elect their preferred leaders through a free, fair, credible electoral process. But unfortunately, it appears what we have had in the 24 years of democracy since 1999. There's a tendency or there's a sense in which it appears to be that the judiciary or the court have become an extension of our electoral process. And so that begins to give you that worry whether indeed our democracy is still actually a model in terms of. And 2 years ago, I recall I done a full paper on this issue. In the wake of the situation in Bayelsa, when the Supreme Court sacked Mr. David Lyon, who was due to be sworn in the following day, and then declared the current governor of Bayelsa State, Mr. Senator Dorediri, as the governor of the state, in a way that sort of nullified the aspirations of the people at the ballot and sort of put in a different person whom the people clearly did not vote for at the ballot. And when you look at the number of technicalities that tend to bedevil the judicial process, that tends to give that sense of worry. So it's a bad one, and I don't think it's nice for us to continue to make the judiciary to help us in choosing our leaders. The Electoral Commission, we have to do all that is possible to invest in the credibility of the electoral process so that we can, even if there's going to be litigation, it's going to be very, very minimal litigation.
I mean, anything is possible if the will and actions follow. It will be a long road, though, considering where we are at currently. There's something else I'd like to take your view on. There has been divergent views about the manner in which the judgment was delivered through electronic means. What does the law say about this? Do you think maybe this could, one way or the other, affect the credibility of the judgment?
No, absolutely. I don't think it has no bearing. It has no bearing on the credibility of the judgment. In any event, in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, I recall that 2 cases from the Attorney General of Lagos State and also the Attorney General of Ekiti State. They approached the Supreme Court to make a determination whether virtual court hearings are constitutional within the context of the 1999 Constitution. You understand? Because at the time, the Attorney General Federation had issued a circular that mandated courts to conduct virtual hearings. So there was this issue as to whether it is constitutional or not constitutional. So these 2 learned gentlemen approached the Supreme Court with this question. Even though the Supreme Court struck out those 2 on the basis of the fact that the matters were not properly brought before them. They, however, because of the enormity of the issue at the time, the Supreme Court had to vent their opinion and said that as of today, that virtual court hearings are not unconstitutional. So the contention that because the judges today render the ruling via Zoom affect the quality of the judgment, I don't think it's just another flash in the pan. But I think what is more important in that sense is why the judicial officers couldn't appear. The image, what image does it conjure in the mind? They conducted the hearings in open court. Why couldn't they deliver the judgment before the people? So it gives you a sense that even the judges themselves know that they appear to be interfering with the wishes of the electorate. And at the peak of things,
I'm sorry, we're out of time, but I really need to chip this in. If you say that the judges might be, wouldn't that be an unfair statement, considering how tense they remember when the governor was announced as winner, there was some sort of violent outbreak. Now that they had to make this ruling again, there were concerns, of course, that maybe the other parties might. I'm not holding court for the judges, but that has been an argument that has been put forward. I would just like you to respond in maybe 20 seconds, please.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It was informed by security reasons. But regardless, it still creates a very bad image in the mind of the objective members of the public.
Okay. I guess we'll leave it there. It's important we clear the issue of virtual hearing once and for all. Thank you for giving us your time and expertise.